It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time. And all the time,
yeah, that's right.
God is good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all please help me welcome the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much. The word of the day is simply hold on. Listen, some of us have reached a point where we are running on empty. We are ready to quit, ready to give up because life has been so draining, disappointing, difficult, and discouraging. And if you're not careful, you'll reach a point where you know what, hey, I can't take this anymore. Here's the word, hold on. Hold on. Why? Because God has a way of giving you just enough strength to get through each moment. And before you look up, before you know it, you look up and you'll find yourself on the other side of what had been a bad situation, wondering, how did I make it? You made it because not only did you hold on, but while you were holding on, God was holding on to you. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You hold on and watch God hold on to you. And when God holds on to you, God gives you just enough strength to make it through every moment. So go ahead and hold on. Hold on. Why? Because the best is yet to come. Hold on because a change is about to take place. Hold on because God is not done. God is not dead. And God is up to something in your life, in your situation. So go ahead, hold on, knowing that God is holding on to you. And if God holds on to you, God will give you the strength. God will change your situation. God will turn things around. So go ahead, hold on, because a change is on the way.
I know that's right, Pastor Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
All right, let's get into some praise this morning. Here's Hold On by Leandria Johnson right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Rickey. Take care, bro.
Yes, sir.
News headlines,
entertainment,
sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Front page is being brought to you by America's Best. At America's Best, you never overpay for eyewear. Get 2 pairs and a free quality exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. All right, Eva, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. President Zelensky pleaded with the U.S. for more help to fight against the Russian invasion in a live video speech before Congress yesterday. He asked for more weapons and even stronger sanctions against Russia. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin gave his own televised speech in which he said Russians who do not support are scum and traitors. For the first time yesterday, President Biden called Putin a war criminal. Biden also outlined additional $800 million in military aid to Ukraine. In other news, Japan was hit with a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake last night, leaving 4 people dead and 107 injured. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 1/4 point yesterday. Up to 6 more rate increases are expected this year. Last but certainly not least, one day after Senate voted to make daylight savings time permanent, sleep experts are saying that standard time should be made permanent, not daylight savings. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news, but for more, just log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
I'm a little bit excited this morning, man. March Madness has already begun. Women's basketball squad, shout out to Howard University, man. Oh my goodness, defeating Incarnate Word in the play-in game. They play number 1 overall seed South Carolina tomorrow. It's a big deal. Regardless on what happens, they playing the number 1 seed South Carolina tomorrow. It's going down.
And they gonna ball, too.
The spotlight is on them, man. Come on. This is when the giant. This is when David slayed a giant right here.
Right.
David and Goliath. Let's make it happen, man. Also, shout out to Jackson State University. They play LSU in the first round tomorrow over in the men's division. Texas Southern. Shout out to them. They got Kansas and Norfolk State. Man, our HBCUs about to make some noise in the March Madness NCAA tournament. They got Baylor overall. Tip-off is tomorrow for the men's. Actually, tip-off is today for the men's. Super Bowl All-Pro linebacker Von Miller signs a 6-year contract. Not with the LA Rams to come back for another rerun. Buffalo Bills.
He's gonna get him another. He know what a ring's at.
Come on, man. Well, he just got one ring in LA. Yep. All right, so now it's time to get paid, man. $120 million, $51 million guaranteed. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Big up to Von Miller, man. Straight out of DeSoto High School in the DF Dub. Golden State Warriors superstar Steph Curry injured his foot yesterday in a game. He's waiting for his MRI, and he could miss a substantial amount of games. And that could be dangerous for the Golden State Warriors, as we already know, the greatest shooter of all time. So what I got for sports right about now, Gary with the T. What's up there, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. It is not a good day, y'all, for Kanye West. I don't know if y'all heard the disturbing news, but Kanye West has been suspended from Instagram, y'all, for 24 hours for violating the platform's harassment policy. Now, according to a Meta spokesperson, y'all, they're saying the platform has been deleted, at least has deleted content, y'all, posted by Kanye for violating their policies on hate speech, bullying, and harassment. As a result, y'all, Kanye has been restricted from posting, commenting, and sending DMs, y'all, for a 24-hour period. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the policy is to restrict accounts to have repeatedly violated their rules, and the platform, y'all, will additionally, measure its further violations that are made from Mr. West, y'all. So, y'all won't be seeing Kanye on Instagram for 24 hours. So, if you're looking for something that he may post, it won't be coming up, y'all. And they deleted a lot of the things he posted, too, with all that back and forth that he was going with D.L. Hughley as well. And speaking of that situation, y'all, Steve Harvey jumped on that situation as well, and he's back in D.L. Hughley with this mess with Kanye West. So, y'all, let's just keep our parties lifted up and nobody, nothing get hurt with these people. Rick, are you part of that too, or that's your friend?
I spoke my piece on the radio, but D.L. don't need no help because he roasting the hell out of Kanye.
I know, every day.
He roasting him for filth.
Yes, for filth. I was like,
I would go jump off a bridge at the stuff that DL said.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I heard some of it too. I'm like, golly. But anyway, we're going to keep our parties lifted and nothing happened between these guys, y'all. We love all of them. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is grassy knoll. On the high end, you say grassy knoll, and on the low end, you say beautiful green, y'all, in honor of St. Patricia's Day, y'all. That's the color of the day, honey. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Wait a minute.
Patricia.
Yeah.
You just turned Patrick into Patricia.
Right.
Coming up next in the hospital, I got some news about Samuel L. Jackson you might not believe, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show 29 before the top of the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man, Sam L. Jackson and his wife, LaTanya Richardson Jackson, opened up to people recently, y'all, about the Pulp Fiction's actor struggling with addiction. Sam said, I basically moved into the basement of our brownstone. I was like a troll in the basement, and every now and then I come upstairs and hover around and do something. I was addicted and being crazy. LaTanya insisted that he go to rehab and even made calls for him. She didn't have to try to fix me. She could have just said, get out, and left me into the world and let me go and be whatever I was going to be, Sam said. LaTanya added that she felt compelled to help him. She said, I couldn't do that because I felt as though God had spoken to me and said, now you can't leave this young man like this. Give him some help, and then if you like the feeling afterwards, if you feel like leaving afterwards, we'll talk about it, she said. These days, the couple is still going strong together. They're producing Apple TV series, The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, starring Samuel Jackson as a man with Alzheimer's. It was important, he said, for us to tell the story of how the show and show that there's a life inside these people that need to be explored. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. All right, y'all, moving on. Sad news about DMX's 5-year-old son Exodus, whom he shared a fiance, Desiree Lindstrom, with. He's battling stage 3 kidney disease. During an interview, Desiree Lindstrom said, "He's a strong little boy." She continued, "Exodus is stable. He's still in stage 3 kidney disease, and I just continue to keep his potassium down," she added. He goes to the doctor very often. I make sure his levels are where they need to be to keep him stable. He's an amazing child, and he is so strong. So y'all, let's keep him in our prayers. That's sad.
Yeah.
Also, y'all, FX's Snowfall is now the most watched show on the network. The show star Damon Idris reacted to the news saying, "Snowfall is officially FX's network's most watched show, and it's thanks to you guys, to the fans." He said nearly 5 million viewers a week, not to mention y'all to be bootlegging. He said, "I see you." He said, "Nonetheless, thank you to everyone for riding with us. It's all for John Singleton." R.I.P. to John Singleton. Snowfall season 5 is currently airing Tuesday, y'all, on FX. And got time for one more. Last but not least, Paris Jackson recalls multiple suicide attempts while slamming doctors for handing out addictive medication like candy. Paris said in the interview, "There should be a better vetting process in everything before you medicate, or something even more dangerous, like selling a gun." She said psychiatrists hand out addictive medication like candy without really vetting the patient. There is no harm in vetting. I attempted suicide multiple times. It was just once that it became public. She explained that it was her third strike and it led her to seek residential treatment. In the same interview, she revealed that she was no longer prescribed the same antidepressants as her father, but she had been on psych meds at the time of her sit down and is feeling better these days than she has in years. So, wow, that is crazy. And this is true. Doctors do just hand out medicine.
They do.
It don't even matter. Yeah, I mean, my goodness, they do. They do. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. And want y'all to hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Already, Brad, that was brought to you by Urban One 2022.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, 12. Do we have a sponsor right here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, all right, 12 before the top of the hour. Yeah, we do. Special K, what's up? Is he here?
I'm here.
I apologize.
Oh God. Okay, man. It is St. Patrick's Day.
I was so sorry. Okay, I apologize. I tried to bring you in on some Usher or something.
Yeah, I know. I know. For the 13 people that's still out there listening. All right, so
I swear to God, I just said everybody. Y'all, we apologize.
All right, let's get it together.
Yeah, we got to
get it together.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because it's St. Patrick's Day, man. It's happy St. Patrick's Day, even though this topic ain't got nothing to do with that. It also has nothing to do with the fact that it's my wife's 50th birthday today. So I'm so happy.
Happy birthday.
So happy to shout her out for that.
Happy birthday, little girl.
Sister-in-law.
Yeah, man. Welcome. We are officially a middle-aged couple. Here you go. But let's talk about the hairstyles of women who are most likely to cheat. Now, I got to look through her pictures and see if she got any of these hairstyles, because that'll explain some missing weekends over these last few months. All right, so women who cheat, I saw a study. It may have been fake, but women who cheat wear these particular hairstyles more often than not. And this is about black women. Bobs that hang down over one eye. That hangs down over that one eye.
Definitely.
Whenever they cover up that one eye, she is hiding something.
Oh, she cockeyed.
Or that.
Yeah.
Now, that one where they had a ponytail up top with a scrunchie and then that hair hanging down in the back, you know how Nunu wore her hair in ATL?
You are absolutely correct. I can put a name with everyone you name.
They always cheat. They always be up to some no good. Really, anything with a scrunchie. If they use a scrunchie for any reason, they probably cheat. See, because people don't know, A scrunchie is what women can pull their hair up and wrap that little thing around it and then hold it up so it can cover up the fact that it was mashed down before they got in the car. So if your woman got scrunchies all around, she probably cheating on you.
Right.
Micro braids. Any woman who wear the micro braids,
boy, I tell you.
Yeah, they.
I tell you the truth.
And speaking of braids, box braids. If she ain't on her
those
way,
are the biggest cheaters.
Oh yeah, if she ain't on her way to Jamaica with her, if she got box braids for no apparent reason, she cheating because that also covers up,
Unless all the parts are straight. If all the parts are straight and lined up, she good.
That might be true. Speaking of parts, any straight hairstyle with that part in the middle.
I promise to God.
Oh man,
with that neat part in the middle.
Wigs with that screen door material.
Yes, sir. And they got that real straight white part in the middle. Yeah, they are cheaters. That long straight ponytail, that long one that go all the way down. I call that the Sierra ponytail, but Sierra don't cheat.
Oh yeah.
But
that's the one with the hat. When they put the hat over and pull the ponytail out of that little open part.
Yes, sir.
With the baseball cap.
Come on now. All right. Any style with them pastel colors weaved into it, the lime green or the light blue or the pink and all that, them cotton candy colors, she cheating. And she probably got something too.
Oh man,
damn, taking it too far.
I just said
Rickey Smiley.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 7 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day brought to you by Kroger. That's right. Tune in to More Than That with Gia Peppers wherever you listen to podcasts. Sponsored by Kroger. Fresh for everybody. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Following a decision earlier yesterday by an Illinois appellate court, y'all, to cut short, y'all, the former Empire star's 150-day sentence pending appeal. Justice Smollett, y'all, walked out of Cook County Jail around 8 o'clock yesterday. Now, they're saying he was surrounded by members of his defense team, family, and other supporters. Now, they're saying Mr. Smollett, y'all, was silent as he exited the Chicago facility. Now, his defense attorney, Nini Yuchi, told the Ensemble Media that his client only drank water, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. He only drank water over the past 6 days and ate no food whatsoever.
What?
They say he didn't eat, and that's all he drank was water. He did not eat a bite.
Gary, so they released him?
Oh, he's out of jail, honey. He's Justice Smollett. He's out of jail, honey. They said a one-page order, honey, unceremoniously released by the Illinois Appellate Court yesterday in a 2-1 decision granted the motion from the former Empire's actor lawyer for a stay of the sentence.
You know why they did that? Because they don't impose sentences like that on anybody else. Because that's probably why they did it.
I don't know, but honey, he's out. He's at his beautiful home in Chicago now. He's resting. So I guess until his appeal come or whatever, but they released him out of jail. All he had to pay was that $150,000 recognizance bond, and they're saying Jussie is at his house.
I wonder how does that work? I wish we could get a lawyer on the phone.
Yeah.
Even what Mike?
Mike's on a trial. He's on a murder trial.
Damn.
I know. He's in Fulton County.
We need to call Glenn. We need to figure out what's the legal terms of that. How does we happy that he ain't in jail because everybody else that the people from January 6th ain't nobody locked up from that, and 2 police officers died. And you glad to see it, because the system is not fair.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe a lot of people was wearing their free Jesse t-shirts and what have you, and that probably helped him as well too, because they, that's a powerful name, Jussie Smollett. So we're gonna find out and see what's really going on. But he's at home right now as we speak. So congratulations, Jussie Smollett.
All right. I know what my grandma was talking about when she texted me last time. They didn't release Tyler Perry. I said,
little tie.
Hey, put your glasses on.
No, honey, Jussie, baby. All right, moving on. LaToya Luckett, honey, performed at the H-Town.
Eva, gather yourself.
I wasn't ready for that.
Eva, So I just took my grandma to America's Best, and they haven't given her glasses. We still waiting on the glasses to come in.
Yeah, well, we need to get those girls in. She see the wrong person, honey. The wrong one. All right, moving on, y'all. In other celebrity news, y'all, LaToya Luckett, y'all, she performed at the H-Town Takeover Rodeo this past weekend, y'all. She had her beautiful kids, Tyson and Gianna, with her and her wonderful mom, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the singer she took to Instagram, y'all, after the event to celebrate. And LaToya looked amazing, y'all. I love LaToya Luckett, honey. She did a great job. You know, she said people come up to her sometimes. She said, and you know, they try to bring up, you know, Destiny's Child, honey. She said, I'm never annoyed, honey, when somebody brings up Destiny's Child. She said during a recent interview, y'all, she said when she addressed it, she said because these are her fans, and she said she was so blessed and grateful, y'all, for the experience of everything with Destiny's Child. But this is the part that I didn't realize. She was 11 years old when she was with Destiny's Child.
11?
She was 11. She thought I was a little girl. She thought I was 11 years old, honey, when I became a part of the group. 11.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't look so young. Yeah, they were definitely kids, honey. And now I'm sure she's, what, in her 30s or whatever? But she said
she's about 36.
Yeah. So she said it was a great accomplishment. She always wanted to perform at the H-Town Rodeo, honey. She looked amazing. She's doing good. She said, but
Yes,
she
she
want.
did.
Yeah, she did. But she want people to know, y'all, that Destiny's Child was not the only thing she's done. You know, she does movies. She does a lot of music and everything. And she was in the Play With You, right, Brett? She was in Set It Off, if I'm not mistaken.
She was in Greenleaf. She do a lot of movies.
So she's done a lot. So she's doing great things. So congratulations. I just love LaToya. Like, she's a sweet girl. Every time I've been around her, she's been really nice. So congratulations.
I can't work with her because when we get together, it's a whole. I have literally picked her up off the floor a few times. Her laughing at some foolishness. With us, I love working with. I swear.
Yes, and she said
with an evening gown on. I had to pick her up off the floor one night, laughing at something stupid.
And what she said was good. She said she want her legacy to be that she never gave up. So congratulations.
Yeah, she is one of the best, and she is a true friend, a sister, and just real sweet and fun.
Yes. All right, the color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is grassy knoll. On the high end, you say grassy knoll, and on the lunge, you say beautiful green, honey.
Gary, you remember all of us went to the original Pancake House, and LaToya Luckett went with us, and my car got declined.
One of those times. Yes, honey.
Say which time?
You remember that, Rodney?
Yes, sir.
That car. What'd you say, Gary? That girl.
That girl said, not today, honey. I ain't going through, honey.
Gary had to use his credit card, and he hunted me down.
I sure damn did, baby. Give me my coins.
Little funky $45.
Baby, I'm on a fixed income.
But why money when you owe somebody back is funky when you owe? You don't be proud about them little funky $45. But it wasn't funky when you gave it to me.
Nah.
When that card declined. All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Yes, sir.
Gary, you did the color, right?
Yeah, grassy knoll.
Oh, grassy knoll.
Green, you know, because it's St. Patricia Day.
Okay, St. Patricia's Day. All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
You got to fluff it on this one.
Goes out to all the grandmamas with no knees that can't bend over and pray to Jesus. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself.
Hey, Traven.
What's
up, cuz?
You in your house. Wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hi, my name is Anna Carey. I'm calling from Naples, Florida, and I want to wish my husband, Malik Carey, a happy birthday. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, my name is Charles. I drive for U-Crop from Richmond, Virginia, all the way down to the Outer Banks. Shout out, Salisbury, Maryland. Get up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Mo calling out of VA to all those Dallas truckers out there on the 35. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is James Shepard. I'm calling from Beach Island, South Carolina. Want to wake up my boys and my little daughters and everybody else in the Beach Island area. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, what's going on? This Vince out of the QC, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Let them know. Hey. Wake up, Chatty.
Wake up.
Wake up. Shreveport. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on. Jackson. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Charleston. Wake up. Wake up.
I appreciate it, Brett.
You welcome, Ricky.
Already brought to you by Geico. Switch to Geico today and see all the ways you can save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you could save.
All right, y'all. Hey, I got Rickey Smiley Unleashed. 25 minutes after the hour. Coming up next.
What you doing?
Coming at you raw and unfiltered.
He's not afraid to talk about anything, and I love that.
It's Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
I got something to say.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 28 minutes after the hour, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. First of all, thank y'all for listening to the show. Listening to this, to this Unleashed. I want to talk about something this morning that a lot of people don't talk about. You should talk about it. Taking up for folks. Taking up for folks. You know what I'm saying? What kind of friend are you? You understand? What kind of friend are you? Have you ever been lied on? Mm-hmm. Have you ever been lied about? Have you ever been somebody said something about you or made a video about you or said something about you, and you sit there and you read all the comments or whatever, and then all your family members call you and tell you that they saw it, and then but nobody took up for you, right? And that's the topic is, and this is a little ADHD one because it's kind of like all over the place, right? What kind of friend are you? You understand? What kind of friend are you? Because ain't nothing more gratifying, if that's the right word, than have somebody speak on your behalf. Because sometimes, man, you be beat up so bad, you cannot speak on behalf of yourself. And sometimes you look crazy taking up for yourself, but when somebody else take up for you. You ever been to court and have to sit there and listen to the prosecution, and then when your lawyer get up, and you remember how you felt sitting there to have your lawyer or have somebody speak on your behalf and have some understanding as to why that situation occurred and to explain your position? And it's crazy because I'm gonna tell you something. If you that type of friend that will sit there and let somebody drag your friend or speak bad on your friend and you don't defend your friend or your family member, you garbage. Especially if you're a close family member that you have benefited from the relationship, you just garbage. Because I tell you what, can't nobody sit here and talk, can't nobody talk about nobody that I love. And there is a A-list celebrity that got dragged on the internet but because of a divorce, and women was on there dragging them like hell, and I went on my radio. I say, Steve, I'm just giving an example. Just giving an example. And I went on he is our competition. And I remember going on my show to speak on behalf of my competition because people just believe whatever was said and nobody know what happened. And I was there and I saw a lot of stuff what happened, and I know why some of that stuff happened. And I'm just gonna let y'all sit there and just drag my friend, and I don't say nothing. Same thing I took up for Adele Givens, Laura Hayes, and some more. You understand? When that situation happened, those are my friends.
Right.
And the thing about it is when people say something like, what kind of friend are you? Do you just sit there and let somebody talk about your friend or family member that you care about? Because I tell you what, I had a situation, boy, but I had 3 family members that stepped out. And that's a whole thing. I called it 2 Kappas and a Delta. I had an Alabama A&M Nuke and a Beta Zeta Nuke. And I had a member of Delta Sigma Theta that made a video and took up for me, and it made me cry. And I can't even describe the way I feel about them because of what they said on my behalf and the way they articulated on my behalf, because they knew the truth and knew what wasn't right, and how that within itself freed me. You understand what I'm saying? They explained it better than I could have. Sometimes your friend, man, if you just take up for a friend, man, don't. And then the question is, if you go and tell somebody what somebody said about you, my question to you is, well, what was your response when they said what they said? Right? You telling me what they said. What did you say in response? And it's just a lot of folks. I sit there and I have watched people benefit and eat off of certain celebrities and certain family members or whatever, and stuff break down and don't nobody take up for them. Y'all just gonna sit here like, I'm that Igga. I'm the one. I'm the one. I promise to God, you say something about somebody that I love and I know the truth, if it costs me my job or if it costs me my life, that's just the type of man I am. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna stand firm in your face and say, you a lie, and that did not happen, and here's what happened. Are you that weak person? Well, y'all, it ain't y'all. See, that's another thing. You weak. When people that use the word y'all, when one person does something bad to another person, and here you come, well, y'all just need to, you ain't nothing. You garbage. Get out of here. Why are you talking to you? Hey, you did that. If I'm walking across the street and you punch me in the face, and we get to the other side of the street, well, damn, Rocky just punched me in the face. Well, y'all just need to sit down. See, I hate people like that. Cause why won't you go over there and say, Rocky, why did you punch Ricky in the face?
Straight to the source.
But why? The y'alls. Those are the ones that I hate. And you fake. You're not genuine. You're not sincere. You don't mean nothing. You ain't really trying to get nobody together because you really want to address the problem. You just don't want no controversy, and you just want to make smooth everything over, and that's the problem. Because what a dentist does is when your tooth hurt, he don't put a white cap over the rotten tooth. He drill down into the tooth and get to the decay. He get all the decay out, and then he build the tooth back up, and then he put the cap on there.
Preach.
Right? Because you have a white tooth, but you got pain on the inside when you don't address the real issue and the real problem. Are you that person? Are you a friend? A friendship is essential to the soul. Friendship is essential to the soul. Are you a friend? Are you just somebody fake that like to smooth everything over and act as if nothing happened? If you that person, then don't say nothing at all. But don't come in no situation talking about y'all. Figure out, if you get in it, get to the root of it and figure out, because I tell you what, the people that attack Steve and the people that attack my Adele Givens them, I went right to them. Why did you say that? That's not what happened. You know that's a lie. You got to deal with me if you talk about people that I love. You understand? I love Adele Givens. That is my sister. That's somebody that gave me opportunities when I was broke. And I feel the same way about Steve. And I tell you, and that's just the type of friend I am. And that's the type of friend. That's what friendship is really all about. Because friendship ain't about going out to dinner all the time and everybody having a good time. Friendship comes with trials and tribulations. And if that's your real friend, are you willing to get in the dirt and fight and stand for your friend if they mean anything to you? Or are you just one of them sucker ass, smooth everything over and say, y'all need to talk and y'all need to pray and y'all, it ain't no y'all when one person was attacked.
Come on, dog.
And I'm not just making this about me, I'm just saying just in general. And I tell you what, sometimes God will allow certain things to happen to expose what kind of friendship you really have. And now I look at a whole lot of friends, former friends, and a whole lot of relatives that I used to call family, a whole lot different now. And the relationship is not the same. I don't hate nobody, but I just kind of sit back and smile and nod my head like, oh, really? Okay, I got you. And that's just what it is. You understand? Friendship is essential to the soul, because I just want people to start. Don't let nobody get bullied or get mistreated and you don't take up for them. Nobody, no matter what area, whether it's on your job or whatever. You know, we're not trying to, don't lose your job, but speak out and stand up for what's right and tell the truth. And if my friend do something wrong, I say, okay, yeah, he did that. I'm gonna go and talk to him about that. But what you're not finna do, you ain't finna sit here and y'all ain't finna just pile up on him because he make mistakes. But I'm gonna go talk to him about what he did, because you're absolutely right. That wasn't right. But let me go and talk to him about that. But in the meantime, I got it. But we're not finna sit here and pile up on him like he a dog.
You preaching, bro.
That's real talk.
You'd be amazed on how many people in your circle want to see you sink.
Don't get me started.
Come on, dog.
I almost got the fighting in a barbershop about you. I don't play. Don't talk about her. I don't play. I'm talking about man, and I know that dude probably would have whooped my ass, but I was finna take that ass whooping. That's for sure. Because you're not gonna talk about my friend.
Everybody in your circle is not in your corner.
That part. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Happy Women's History Month. More of the Rickey Smiley.
Flush over Ricky.
Yes, sir. Black Tony, what up?
Shawty, I'm in a real situation right now.
What? Are you coming to work? You outside?
I don't think I'm made to work today, Shawty. I'm in a real situation right now. Oh, man.
You not outside?
I'm up under the bed, Shawty. I'm up under the bed. It did go house. I spent the night.
Bro, why can't you just be at home and get up and come to work like everybody?
Martia's
here.
I be trying to cut something.
Eva is here.
I came over to go house, man. I came over to go house. She told me her boyfriend.
Gary is here.
Rick, listen to me,
I'm
shout
here.
out. Rick, listen to me, shout out. Whispering up under the bed.
Up under what bed?
Listen to me, shout. Or maybe go a crib. I done spent the night over here.
For what?
Cause I'm trying to get some cut.
You trying to hit?
Her boyfriend, husband, baby dad, I don't know what he is. She told me he was in the halfway house, but he done came over here this morning.
What he said?
Her boyfriend was in the halfway house. He done came over here this morning about 4 o'clock. Shouted.
Yeah, so he.
I'm up under the bed. Shout. That's.
Well, where he at? Where he at?
They in the bed right now.
So you under the bed that they sleeping in?
Listen.
Fred.
Yeah, go ahead. Quit talking, man. Just go ahead and let him take the day off, Rick.
Shout, I'm gonna give you the address. Shout, send me and you both here to get me. I'm gonna slide out from under here. I'm gonna try to slide out from under here and run out real quick.
Fred.
It's been going on for about 30 minutes. Shout.
I got a friend named Fred. He obsessed with Black Tony. I hope he listen. Fred.
Getting it. Getting it.
Shout it, please send me a U-boat here.
Black Tony, be quiet. Be quiet. Just be quiet.
Happy Women's History Month. More of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
You got to let that joke roast. You got to let it roast. I could have went by 3 more minutes. If we would have went by 60 more seconds. Woo!
That was funny. Oh my God. I was my baby, I ain't gonna lie. That was funny.
Oh God. Oh God, my heart. Kill, help me. Come, paramedic. Kill. I can't breathe.
Oh my goodness.
I can't do this. Oh, brother, right in the middle of the car, old boy started hitting. He didn't even start scoring speed up. He went right in mid-action. Woo! Start the music, boy. I apologize. We were supposed to tease. Gary got the tea coming up. This fool in here on the floor, my friend Fred Bendy that live in Birmingham.
Listen.
Rock T in here crying on the floor. Because I used to spend the night over there, Bink. I used to spend the night over there all the time. We in the same grade and same class at elementary school, and we played basketball in the room all night. All night. We made a basketball goal out of the clothes hanger. And then we get to school, he ain't funny with me. And then he picking 5.
Right.
And I never forget it. And I was out there, the girls was out there, and I done spent the night over there, been over there all week, because his mama, my mama was best friend. They went to the club.
Right.
They was going to the club all week. I was over there all week shooting basketball in the room. So we came time to play basketball. You know, you got to pick 5. So
real basketball.
So who you got running with you? The girls over there, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Got on some new jeans. He said, yeah, let me get Roosevelt Powell, let me get Roe, let me get Boo, let me get the other Fred for me.
Right.
And he had to pick one more. And he said, yeah, let me get and I said, I'm like, I know he finna pick me. I've been over his house all week. He said, man, let me get Kerry Matthews. He ain't make no eye contact with me. My mama said,
you over there with your new basketball sneakers on?
My mama said, I'm finna go over Norma Jean's house. You going? So no, just take me over grandma's house. I ain't spend the night over there. And this fool here on the floor.
That's the short version. Y'all gotta see the whole. Y'all listen to the whole version.
Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all, Wendy, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Miss Williams next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
His name is Frederick Bendy, and I'm in therapy about it still. Why didn't he pick me? We're going to talk about it one day for a whole day. Why wasn't I picked? Why wasn't I good enough? I can shoot the ball. Guarantee is up next, 5 after the hour.
Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 9 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day brought to you by
Macy's has the brands, value, and expert advice that you need to own your style. You'll find great deals on spring looks like pastel dresses, designer suits, plus home essentials like cookware, comforters, and more. Going on this week at Macy's. What's up, Gary?
Good morning, Eva. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Remember last month, y'all, the Wendy Williams show, it was officially canceled and replaced, y'all, with the Sherry Shepherd show after, Wendy took that extended hiatus to deal with her health issues. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, that Wendy is no longer using a wheelchair, and they're saying she's planning her big comeback. Now, they're saying the insider said, y'all, that Wendy is looking great. She isn't fully back, but she seems like she's 80% of her old self, honey, and they're also saying that, maybe in a couple of months, honey, she may do a total comeback. Now, the host, y'all, they said made some lifestyle changes, during her recovery and what have you. They said she's vowed, y'all, not to drink, and she's eating much healthier these days, and they're saying that her legs, y'all, aren't nearly as swollen as they used to be. Now, they're saying that she is planning her next move, and she won't be in Florida much longer. She is coming back. They say she's going to be back in New York sooner than later, and they're also saying, y'all, that Wendy should not be counted out because, honey, she definitely wants to be back on TV, and she wants to get her old team together. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? I mean, Wendy, she should make a comeback, honey, because, I mean, she's done good this far, honey, and, everybody loved the Wendy Williams show and what have you, but...
I mean, she definitely still got the talent. She's talented. She's still able to do what she do, and if she stay healthy and can work, I'm sure a network would be glad to have her. How would that work? I mean, does she have a non-compete clause? Could she go to another network and start the Wendy Williams show? Would somebody take her? Or would the executives get in the room and be like, I don't know?
That's the question, because when you said non-compete, I mean, does TV have non-compete? Because I know radio has non-compete. So
you just can't quit NBC and go to CBS. You have some might do 6 months, some do 2 years. And what a non-compete clause is, that means you just can't go and compete against your former, like if you take a job at McDonald's, you just can't quit and go across the street and work at Burger King.
And you got to make sure that the network don't own that title, the Wendy show.
Right.
Because if they do, she might have to just call it something else.
Right.
They do that, even if it's your name.
It'd be like the Win with Wendy show.
Right. The Win Wheel show.
The way she was terminated, though, or the way she left the show, might allow her the ability to go to another network because it wasn't conventional. So, I mean, I'm sure it's outside of the regular scope of her contract. I'm sure.
Well, we gonna see, honey. Wendy might come back to the regular show, and they might just cancel the show that they put to put on. So I don't know. But anyway, all right. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Kanye West, y'all. I hope this is the last week we talk about Kanye, y'all. But Kanye is speaking out, y'all. He said he thinks Pete, y'all, is going to get Kim hooked on drugs. And I kind of wonder about that. Yes, honey. He said that he feel that, that Pete, honey, may get Kim hooked on drugs and stuff, because, Pete did a little jokey joke thing, allegedly, and Kanye then pulled it up, honey, and put it out there when Pete Davis, they say he enraged the audience when he joked about having sex with a baby. And you can't say nothing in the public because people will go back and pull it up. And they didn't pull this here thing up, honey, on Skeet Pete, honey. And, Kanye is very concerned about that. So I kind of feel that, with Kanye.
What's his name, Gary?
They call him Skeet.
We heard it. We heard it. Ain't nobody got time to be in no meeting today fooling with Gary.
That's what
Gary, you just read news.
Yes. Yeah, you slid that one in there. Don't you make him repeat that.
Oh, no.
We're not going to be in no meeting. Them awkward meeting with Rock T sitting there sniggling.
Yeah, honey, like a hyena. But anyway,
what the name here? I'm just playing.
So it's just interesting. So we going to follow that story and see what happens with Kanye and them. All right, in my final story, y'all. Fabulous, y'all, honey. He's reported.
You was real gangster. You say it one more time.
He's reported, y'all. They said Fabulous, y'all, was robbed, honey, by a DoorDash driver, honey. Y'all remember? Y'all remember Robert Fabulous? He said, honey, he was at his beautiful house, and they said, which I didn't realize. They said back in the 2000s, honey, Fabulous with a gang was with a gang of stick-up kids. They called them the family, but they were saying in unrelated news, y'all. Fabulous got robbed by a DoorDash guy and then threatening to call the police. Now they're saying recently, a DoorDash delivery guy, he was bringing an order, y'all, to someone else in New Jersey, but decided to steal fabulous tennis shoes
That's some gas
and his
prices.
clothes from his car.
Them gas prices. Them gas prices go
Really?
up. When you deliver the food, you get them to come to the door. You got to do what you got to do. Them gas prices are serious.
$5 a gallon change the game.
Yeah. Now you delivering the food and robbing them. You doing it legally and illegally.
That is crazy. People still steal tennis shoes and your clothes.
Yep, you got on some troops.
Come on now.
Oh my God.
They used to get you for them troops and them British Knights back in the day.
Yeah. Oh
yes, for the British Knights.
BKs.
Yeah, them all the old players, they doing it too. Pulling out knives on people to get them square toe gators. Let me get them off you, and then give me them pills that don't prescribe. Give me them too.
Watch it down.
And that necklace and that baby powder.
Oh, Lord. The color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is grassy knoll. On the high end, you say grassy knoll, and on the low end, just say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
Yeah, they stealing everything now.
Really?
Chick was standing up there waiting on the subway train, and the train was going by, and somebody on the back of the train snatched her wig off, and she tried to run after. We don't post it. Anybody seen that video?
I saw that.
Yeah.
And her playing ball on the way.
Snatched her wig off, and she was big and was trying. Gary, you seen the video, Gary?
No.
Gary, I'm finna post it on my Facebook page right now. And that dude was on the back of the train holding her wig. And she was trying, and the dude that was recording trying to run behind the girl that was running after the wig, and he failed. It's just a sad video. It's a sad video. It's a sad. The gas, all this because of the gas. People done start putting a ring camera on their gas cap.
Yep.
That's how bad it's gonna got. All right, y'all. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
All right, coming up, man. Are you prepared for what could be World War III? It is not something that anybody wants to happen, but hey, hit the phones right now at 866-9-RICKY and tell us how you feel about the real possibility of war. What's your plan if the United States is forced to get into more involved in this Russia versus Ukraine conflict and a war break out on U.S. soil? So we got that coming up next in What's Trending, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 after the hour. Y'all, this segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right. If cold winter calls have turned into warm spring leads, you need Indeed, the all-in-one platform to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. A lot of stuff going on. Listen, man, we could be on the verge of World War III. Now, I know it because anxiety to think about it, but let's have the conversation. So how are you preparing for what many say is just a matter of time? Hit us up at 866-9-RICKY and tell us how you feel about the possibility of war. And what would you do, or where would you go if the United States is forced to get more involved in this Russia versus Ukraine conflict, and God forbid a war breaks out on U.S. soil, or Russian start sending missiles? Your thoughts, Kay?
All right, so yesterday, after almost 3 weeks of fighting against Russian attacks, the president of Ukraine basically begged the United States for air support and a no-fly zone. So a no-fly zone would prohibit Russian aircraft from entering Ukraine by means of combat. So President Biden did sign off on an additional $800 million in military aid, but White House officials say putting a military no-fly zone in Ukraine would mean engaging with Russian forces, and that's something military leaders are trying desperately to avoid. Russian airstrikes have resulted in hundreds of Ukrainian deaths, so to enforce the no-fly zone, NATO aircraft would have to engage with Russian forces. That is what would lead to World War III. Things will also pop off if Russian President Vladimir Putin does anything to attack a U.S. territory and or maybe even a neighboring NATO country. So what do y'all think?
So okay, let me ask you this. How many countries are in NATO, and do you think that Vladimir Putin would be willing to fight all of these different countries that's a part of NATO? Because if they give them jets or whatever, you're right, that is officially World War III. Right. If a United States plane shoot down a Russian plane, and they started retaliating against the United States, and he got nuclear missiles that can reach the United States, and he started firing off missiles toward New York City and LA. They're going to probably try to target big cities or whatever. And he's isolated. Nobody's in the room to disagree with him.
He's a rat that's pushed into a corner, basically. Because if he were to engage with any NATO country, the whole purpose of NATO is that a group of countries got together and decided that, we're all, basically democratic countries, and we are going to band together and have each other's back in the event that Russia or China or North Korea, one of these outlaw countries, decides to act up.
Right. Now, why wasn't Ukraine a part of NATO?
Because they were kind of a part of the Soviet Union back in the day.
Yes.
And so they weren't able to join NATO because they weren't an independent country. They just became an independent country in the last several decades.
And a lot of the stuff.
And they're 30 members. There are 30 countries that are members of NATO. 27 of them located in Europe, and then 2 in North America and 1 in Asia.
There you go.
Right now, on the border of Poland, that's the next country over. A lot of the stuff is happening on Poland's border, and Poland is not a part of NATO as well.
Correct.
From what I understand, and it's so. Here's the thing: if you take over Ukraine, what other countries he's going to try to take over?
And that's where
Georgia, Bosnia, because there are a few of them that are currently. See, what happened was, Ricky, Ukraine is trying to join NATO, and that's why Russia is so upset, because they don't want to give them their independence. They don't want them to join NATO independently. So that's why Russia has attempted to take over Ukraine. But Georgia is another one, Bosnia. But there are a few countries there in Europe that are close to Russia that they would like to take over so that they cannot have individual representation in NATO.
Right, and for the fact you said Georgia, you have to explain to some folks, because it's gonna be about
the country of Georgia, not the state of Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be about three. It's gonna be about three chicks in Atlanta. Kay, what they gonna say, Kay?
They ain't finna take us over. I mean, hell no, we ain't finna be tough over.
Not that Georgia, you guys.
All right, let's go to the phones. Hit us up at 866-9 Ricky. How do you feel about what's going on in Ukraine, and how are you preparing to survive during wartime? Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
I'm prepared for war, but what I believe the United States is not worried about Russia. They're worried about China getting involved with Russia. That's what it really is.
Yeah, I'm going to go shoot them, but they're going to have to pay off my student loans if I go. I'm definitely prepared. I've been prepared for years. The Bible talks about the pestilence and the wars that's going to happen in the last days. So, yeah, I'm all for it, man. Let's get it popping. Armageddon can come. We can get all this craziness over with. Yeah, I'm going to bug it down, you know what I'm saying? Fill the cars up. Even turn that kerosene just in case gas go up a little bit high on the other end also. You know what I'm saying? Get all the food I can, stock it up in the freezer, make sure I got plenty blunt.
Oh my God, people, my people.
The hood
Gotta
is checking
love them,
in.
Ricky.
Oh my God, and Justice Smollett is free. It's a lot of stuff going on. All right, y'all. If y'all couldn't. Gary, what you gonna do?
Baby, I'm gonna just follow y'all.
What about your clothes?
That's the problem. Oh Lord, I'm gonna be devastated, honey, if I have to leave all my fashions, honey. I'll just take a couple of my better pieces.
Gary, if a war break out, Gary, what clothes you gonna? What you gonna grab? What you grabbing?
Well, honey, I'm grabbing my tights, honey, my tennis shoes.
Which tennis shoes?
Huh?
Which tennis shoe? Which shirt you gonna get, Gary?
I'll probably get. Oh, which one would I get though, child?
Them Robert Grahams?
My Robert Grahams, yes, and I still got a pair in the pack. So I grab those girls, honey, and I give you my nice little tennis shoes and my tights and my jeans.
Right,
and hopefully they got good fashions out there.
Right, and what furniture you taking? You gonna get a little U-Haul? What piece? Because you got a lot of chairs in your apartment.
I'll probably take one of my recliners so I can relax at the end of the day, child, and get one of the recliners, honey, and a little table stand, and that's all. That's all I'll be able to get.
Yeah, you gonna get your TV off the wall? You can watch.
Oh well, it ain't on the wall.
You can watch the view. It ain't on the wall.
No, I ain't got no wall. Was Ricky?
Oh, then it came out when the fireman tried to kick your apartment in.
Yeah, so she on a stand, honey. I
for the TV a girl.
Everything a girl. It's St. Patricia Day, everything's a girl. I'll be damn, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Man, folks out there, if y'all knew what I have to deal with every day,
Tell y'all
you
something.
would not want, man, go on, Rock, because it's you.
If y'all woke up and had and got a bad morning going on, you just need a little uplifting, a little laughter in your life, go to my Instagram or Facebook at Rock T Holla right now and listen to these foolish stories Ricky be telling.
They true stories, though. Man, we got Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know coming up. You don't want to miss it. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Here's her. So Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Good morning, Jeff.
Jeffrey.
There you go. What up,
Rick,
Jeff?
Rick, good morning, brother. How are you? Good morning, everybody.
Man, we blessed, man. How you feeling?
Now, Rick, I know that you are a gun owner, but have you heard what's going on in Ohio?
No.
Well, SB 215, which was a Republican-backed bill that was just signed into law by Governor Mike DeWine, says that as of June 12th, you no longer need a permit or training to carry a concealed handgun in Ohio.
Wow, what's the purpose of that?
Wait, it gets worse. Because this is the part of the bill that I think is the most interesting. You also now don't have to proactively tell law enforcement that you have a firearm when you get pulled over.
Oh my goodness.
What does all that mean?
And listen, I thought the Republicans were pro-police.
Yeah, that's not safe for the police officer.
Man, that's not safe for anybody. You and I both know that carrying a gun and being a gun owner, especially for those of us that take it seriously, requires training. It requires training for you to be comfortable with it, for you to know how to handle it, for you to know how to store it, for you to know how to shoot it, and especially if you're concealed, because now you're talking about being engaged with the public and navigating your own fear and anxiety when you're in the public with a firearm. This is probably, to me, one of the most irresponsible pieces of legislation I've seen, and not because I'm anti-gun, because I am anti-crazy people who are stupid not having guns.
Right.
And so I just don't understand this at all, and I just don't understand how Republicans who claim to say they are pro-police and want to protect police would create a law that says you don't have to tell police officers that you have a weapon. Now, you have to tell them the truth if they ask you, but you don't have to tell them. So this goes into effect, you all, in June 12th for all of my family who's in Ohio and anybody driving through Ohio to make sure you understand how to keep yourself safe in the midst of this kind of craziness. For those of us that are dealing with all kinds of gas issues, somebody in High Point, North Carolina found the answer. They stole 400 gallons of gas from a High Point gas station. They rolled up in the middle of the night, y'all. Somebody got out and they bypassed the payment system on the pump. And then over the course of 45 minutes, over 15 cars rolled up and took gas. $1,600 worth of gas was gone.
Black Tony now.
How do you bypass the payment system?
They took a big ass wrench and unscrewed that little pump off with the handle.
But here's what's crazy: the gas store owner said the same thing. He said, "I've owned 3 gas stations. I've never seen this happen before." He said, "Now I got to shut off the power to the gas pumps at the end of every night because they got him." Y'all, in good news before I get out of here, 2 former HBCU football coaches are joining the NFL. Pittsburgh Steelers announced on Tuesday that they're going to hire Isaac Williams as an assistant offensive line coach. He was at North Carolina Central and played ball at Alcorn State. And then the Super Bowl champ LA Rams hired KJ Black, a former offensive coordinator for the Rattlers, Florida A&M, to be an offensive quality control assistant working with quarterbacks. Now, we've talked a lot about how people become head coaches, and you get more head coaches when you get more people in the pipeline in positions like this. So big up to the Steelers, big up to the Rams, and we wish these brothers success as they go into this first NFL season. Rick, those are 3 things I got for you. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday. Good weekend. I'll check y'all next week.
Hey, Jeff, I always appreciate everything you do, man. We love when you come on. I had a young dude at the car wash, man. He said, man, I didn't know nothing about politics and about a lot of stuff, man. That dude listened to this morning show just for your segment.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you, brother. Y'all take care.
Appreciate you, Jeff. All right, y'all. Songs that'll stay in your head all day. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, y'all, John Lyon on the ones and twos. Mixes that'll be in your head all day, y'all. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up 8 minutes after the hour.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 27 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. President Zelensky pleaded to the U.S. for more help to fight against the Russian invasion in a live video speech before Congress yesterday. He asked for more weapons and even stronger sanctions against Russia. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin gave his own televised speech in which he said Russians who do not support are scum and traitors. Meanwhile, for the first time yesterday, President Biden called Putin a war criminal. Biden also outlined an additional $800 million in military aid to Ukraine. In other news, Japan was hit by a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake last night, leaving 4 people dead, 107 injured. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 1/4 point yesterday. Up to 6 more rate increases could be expected this year alone. Last but certainly not least, one day after the Senate voted to make daylight savings time permanent, sleep experts are saying that it's standard time that should be made permanent, not daylight savings time. All right, that was a quick
it's getting
look
on
at
my nerve because
Ricky? I thought it was me, Ricky.
It's getting on my nerve because like I'm having a hard time this week. This has been a hard week. I've been going to bed at 6:30 trying to make myself with the sun still out.
I love it.
Up under the cover with some underwear on, some jockey midway pouch boxer brief shorts and a jockey t-shirt with my ankles crossed, folded up under the cover with the blinds down, trying to make myself go to sleep at 6:30 after the nightly news go after what's his name? Not Tom Brokaw. The black man that do the nightly news on
Don Lim.
NBC.
Lester.
Lester Holt.
Yeah, that's a Holt. There we go.
Yeah, after he go off, I'm trying to go to bed.
I tell you, this getting dark at 10 o'clock ain't what it is.
I love it, man.
I just can't.
I love long days.
I just can't do the flip-flop. It's too much flip-flopping. Just pick one. Just pick one and stay there.
And then
I get dark at 6 o'clock.
Then I woke up 15 minutes till time to be on the air. I'm flying down the tollway trying to get to work. Musty. I ain't even took no bath. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rock.
It's all good.
Ricky, take a bath.
Let's talk about this March Madness that's already been tipped off, man. And shout out to Howard U. You know, Howard University women's basketball squad defeating Incarnate Word in the play-in game. They played the #1 overall seed, South Carolina, up next tomorrow. Shout out to Howard University, man. It's the first tournament victory in program history. Also want to shout out to Jackson State women's basketball squad. They're in the tournament. They got LSU in the first round. Over in the men's, Texas Southern, they playing Kansas, tipping off today. And also shout out to Norfolk State, man, doing big things. They got Baylor in their first round game, so HBCU stand up. Lakers got blown out again by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Russell Westbrook, let me tell you something. I'm riding for Russell Westbrook. It don't matter what y'all say out there. The social media is killing my brother, man, because he's having an off season. He's got some kind of mental block going on. He can't hit water if he fell out of a doggone boat, man. But they was playing Minnesota Timberwolves, and LeBron passed the ball to him, wide open 3-point shot, uncontested, nobody on him, and hit nothing but air.
God.
And y'all probably seen the video. It happens to the best of them, man. But they killing them on social media. The bench, they fall out the chair like Anthony, Karl Anthony Towns. He looking up in the sky like, man, what are you aiming
That's how
for?
it be. Sometimes you tell a joke and it don't go, and well, he was probably going back down court to play defense, saying, "Yeah, get up for the ladies."
That's all good. Hey, Russell,
where everybody
keep
with kids at? Where y'all at?
Right.
Keep
What you
shooting.
say when the joke don't go good? What else you say special?
Where everybody who smoke weed? Where y'all at?
Keep shooting, Russell. It's gonna start dropping, dog. You
Who
good?
all love the Lord? Who all love Jesus? Everybody who love Jesus.
Keep shooting. Man, you one of the best of all time, Russell.
What does they say, Special K? What is
This worked last night. I promise y'all this worked last night.
This little down spiral you in, this don't define your career, dog. You still a Hall of Famer.
Henry Wells say we'll work on colors tomorrow.
We'll work on colors tomorrow. Y'all slow.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. That's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Special K.
Yes, sir.
Said Delaney said, catch up, tomato.
That was funny.
Boy, said Delaney had me. Well, man, I was laid out. Said Delaney did a joke and then they go. He said, all right, catch up, tomato.
Sometimes the audience be slow, man.
Bruh, I be the main one. Them jokes don't go all the time. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Chris Cuomo's bromance with Don Lemon appears to be completely over, taking an especially ugly turn Wednesday when the disgraced anchor threw his former CNN brother under the bus in an effort to sue CNN for $125 million. Now, Cuomo demanded the nine-figure sum from CNN for what he alleged was an assassination of his character following his December firing. He claims that CNN failed to enforce ethics policy against other employees, sparing certain talent for ethical violations while ending Cuomo's career for having helped dig up dirt on the women who accused his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, of sexual misconduct. Now, among the talent, Cuomo took his aim at Don Lemon, citing how in November 21, Lemon personally warned Smollett that Chicago police didn't believe his false accusations of a hate crime, which flagrantly breached journalist ethics, according to Cuomo's team. Now, Cuomo also took aim at several other CNN colleagues allegedly breaching company ethics without punishment, like CNN chief legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin. He was caught masturbating during a Zoom meeting with New York colleagues, and he was never forced to issue a public apology.
Not during a Zoom.
Now, CNN, CNN allowed employees to retain their jobs for offenses much more offensive than anything CNN alleges Cuomo ever did. He said this is the epitome of hypocrisy, and there is no valid basis for terminating his contract. What y'all think? Yeah, you ain't hear about that. You ain't see that.
What is appealing during a Zoom meeting?
Listen.
How do you focus on that during a Zoom meeting?
Nope. See, y'all, okay, we gonna move on. People reports that the 2022 National Board of Review Gala, Will Smith told Bradley Cooper he was beautiful during an acceptance speech for Best Actor in King Richard. We all have that thing in us. We have a dream, and it seems crazy. I look at Bradley Cooper. I've seen pictures of him when he was young. He didn't look like this. He grew into that. He let the dream blossom inside of him. I can't even concentrate. He's so beautiful, Smith said. Later, when Cooper took to the podium to present an award, he said, I'm not going to forget that, Will. So, hey, that was really nice of him to call him beautiful. In other news, Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan will both star and produce in the sequel to I Am Legend. Will Smith posted a teaser photo to Instagram over the weekend tagging Jordan. So I can't wait to see that, and they both producing it. So congratulations to the both of them. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
Get out of bed. Rickey Smiley Morning.